Good morning. I've asked Carol Marple to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this morning.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the March 9th, 2017 meeting of the Shawnee County Board of Commissioners. My name is Bob Archer. I currently serve as chair of the commission and represent District 3 alongside Commissioner Shelley Bueller, who represents District 1, and Commissioner Kevin Cook, who represents District 2. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
First item, please.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
Questions or comments? There were 8 items on the consent agenda this morning.
I don't. I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye, opposed no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business A, County Clerk, number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Mr. Chairman, this morning we have vouchers that total $751,867.62. The highlights are the payroll of $493,019.29, payment for Department of Corrections, including Horizon's payment for health insurance at the jail of $17,872.26, the courtroom renovations of $17,086.20, holding accounts with the state of Kansas $90,853.87, and then the health insurance payments for Shawnee County of $10,840. And I would move for approval.
Second, I have no questions.
Okay. Motion made to approve the vouchers by Commissioner Cook and seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye, and opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item A2, consider correction orders. Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made to approve the correction orders by Commissioner Bueller and seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye, opposed say no, and that motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item B, Court Administration, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C93-2017 with Southwest Solutions Group for annual maintenance of retrievers at a cost of $2,499.62.
Good morning, Charles Hydovitz, District Court. This is a contract for annual maintenance on our retrievers. They are these automatic file machines that sort of run in a circle. We're digitizing all of our client files, but we have decades and decades of files to go back, and so this is going to take us a long time. We have 2 units. One is 42 years old, the other is 10 years old, and so we're getting as much mileage out of our expenditures as possible. So we're just asking for your permission to spend these funds, and they have been budgeted out of the budget year.
Questions or comments concerning old technology retrievers? I'll make a motion to approve the contract.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye, opposed no. Motion carries 3-0. Thanks,
Thank you.
Chuck. Good luck with those things. Next item, please.
Item C, Public Works Solid Waste, number 1, consider approval of request to issue a request for proposals for the purchase of a tire changer machine with an estimated cost of $17,500 with funding from the Solid Waste Collections operational budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Flanagan, Public Works Solid Waste. What this machine will do, it will automate our tire changing and repairing operation. Right now we have basically one man that is handling all the truck tires. These tires weigh anywhere from 175 to 250 pounds each, and we go through thousands of them during the year. This machine will speed up the operation, also help us with safety issues for one man trying to move this many tires without having injuries and things like that. So we'd like to get this out on the street and see what we can get back for proposals. It's a solid waste operating budget, collection budget for 2017.
Commissioner Archer, I think
Yes.
it sounds reasonable, so request for proposal, and then we can take that item up, seeing what options we have, and so I would move for approval.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion made to approve the request by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you,
Tom.
Commissioners.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item D, facilities maintenance. Number one, consider authorization and execution of contract C-94-2017 with Carlos Mejia Construction for various contract repairs and replacement and exterior improvements, including the restriping of the parking lots at the Extension Office and Mayor Conference Center at a cost of $10,250.
Morning, Commissioners. Bill Kroll, Facilities Maintenance Director. This item is also safety related. There are several of the concrete sidewalk panels that have heaved up and are cracked badly and cause tripping hazards, as well as the ADA ramp on the west side of the Extension Office is badly deteriorated concrete. There's some steps there that have spalled badly and need to be replaced as well. We put this out and got 3 bids back, and Carlos Mejia was the lowest of those 3 bids, and I'd like to move forward and get that completed. Be financed through the Deferred Capital Maintenance Fund.
Yeah, I was looking at the bids, and it always amazes me, the variances
wide.
between them. In this case, we had, the winning bid was $10,250. The other bids were $22,600 and $28,825. That never ceases to amaze me. What, do you have an explanation? I mean, everybody's looking at the same specs.
Yeah, on this one, I think there might have been some confusion on the parking lot striping part of it, where after we're finished, we're going to try to get that parking lot restriped, and that was where the biggest discrepancy in the bids came from, was on the painting of that. I know Mr. Mejia says he does his own striping, so it probably was a subcontractor issue and profits related to that.
Okay, that makes sense. Commissioner Cook.
And this is, again, just for the Manor Conference Center and the Extension Office.
Mhm.
This is not the entire Expo Center
No.
parking lot. So
No.
just to make sure we're clear,
Right.
we're just at the Manor Conference Center and then the Extension,
And
not the
Extension
entire
Office.
Expo Center.
Yeah, I think that could be a little bit more expensive,
It might.
Commissioner Cook.
Yeah,
But if you can get it for that price,
I'll shoot for that.
Yeah, we're down with that. Okay.
I'll move to approve the contract.
Okay.
second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Bueller and second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Next item, please.
Item E, Administrative Services. Number one, consider approval of resolution number 2017-9, updating the county's change drawer fund resolution.
Betty Greiner, Director of Administrative Services. As the clerk read, this is just to update our resolution for our change drawer funds. The memo listed out the changes for you, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
I have none.
I'll move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Betty. Next item, please.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
Carol Marple, Shawnee County. First of all, I apologize if I have missed this, but I was wondering, do we have any updates on the Willard Bridges? Are we on schedule, or?
Commissioner Bueller drives there every day.
Yeah.
Probably.
We are on schedule, and there is on the website, the Public Works website, there are pictures of updates every week, and I'm looking for Tom Flanagan. There you go. Tom Flanagan is also here to answer any questions, but last time I checked, we are on schedule, and in the coffee shop this morning, they were pleased with the progress, and they told me about 30 minutes that it takes to put in one of those beams, so I'm getting a lot of updates there as well, but go ahead, Tom.
Yes, Tom Flanagan, Public Works. Yes, we're about 58% through the schedule, of time, but we're 70% through the project.
Okay, will there be any need to close the old Willard Bridge before the
No.
completion of the new one?
Yes, the plan is right now, probably in June of this year, we will have the bridge completed, and then we need to make the road tie-ins on both the north and the south ends, and we've given the contractor 90 days in which to do that road work. And when that road work is going on, the old bridge and Carlson Road will be shut down for traffic.
For approximately
90 days. 90 days.
In
Yeah.
June,
Yes, starting in June.
starting in June.
Yeah. And at that point in time, we'll make the road tie-ins, and we'll start the demolition of the old bridge.
Okay, and then I guess I was wondering, how is the old bridge? Because we still have a lot of people driving across it.
Yes, we still have the load limits on it. It's still in exactly the same condition it is right now. And yes, and the contractor tells me that we are still getting violators going across the old bridge.
Constantly.
And
Tom.
so they're seeing it.
Tom,
Yes.
they did do some, they put in another beam or some reinforcements at the beginning of the project on the old bridge.
Yes, we
Correct.
did. We cribbed up the north end such that we would take care of those failing floor beams, so they are supported. But I strongly encourage people to follow the weight limits.
And-
Don't,
Okay.
they
and
don't.
Tom,
Yes,
just for Commissioner Archer's edification, I think we're under budget too.
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I might just add,
Yes.
the Tom and Tom Block and the whole crew, they meet every week for updates on progress and how things are going. And I know that we talked about when the road is closed, that there's enough notification, some signs being put out, the flashing signs being put out far enough in advance that everybody knows about it. So everything's on schedule.
Yes, I'd like to think we would get done earlier. The scheduled completion date for the bridge is December 1 of this year. And by contract, I'm going to hold to that, but I'm also hoping that we can beat that by a couple of months at least.
Thank you.
You heard it from him.
Okay, that
Well,
help you?
Yes, we saw them pouring the cement. They had 38 trucks out there one day pouring the cement, but the rumor mill was alive and well about closing the bridge, and I am glad to have that clarified so people
Okay.
will know
I
it.
did not
Thank
hear
you.
that rumor.
Very good, thank you. I'll refer to the parliamentarian. Usually, when we have administrative communications, just public comment. It's had sort of a Q&A there. I hope I didn't violate anything that's sacred, but I think it's an important topic, and we need to stay on top of that. It's a huge investment for our community, and so I sort of, okay, I'm getting a thumbs up from Jim, so I guess I'm okay. Any others for administrative communications?
Morning, Commissioners. Les Crooks, Kansas Expo Center. So we started the 5A state basketball tournament yesterday with girls' quarters. Boys' quarters are today, and that runs through Saturday. The Topeka Home Builder Show opens on Friday. We have a wedding Saturday night at Heritage, and then the Kansas Hunter Jumper Association is having one of their events at Domer this weekend as well. Another busy weekend.
Excellent. Thank you for the update, Les. It's appreciated.
Good morning, Brian Kroll. Just an update on Project Topeka. Everything is going very well. So far, we've had a tremendous amount of participation in our contests and raffles. We still have 2 raffles left to go with Public Works that'll be done this week. We also, I want to remind everybody that we have our online auction. We have a lot of good items to bid on. And just want to encourage everybody to get on the website, look at those items, bid. It closes tomorrow at noon, and that the winners will be announced. I do plan to come back next week and to give everybody the totals, the amount of money that was raised, and the amount of food, goods, and things like that. So I just wanted to remind everybody that we're going well, and March Madness is here. So.
Thank you, Brian.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Bell, Recreation Program Supervisor, Old Prairie Town. And March Madness is here, but the tulips are here, or they will be here very soon as well. And part of tulip time this year at Old Prairie Town. We're going to have a tulip time, the tulips at twilight. It's a new event. I have Nancy Hauk. She is the Friends of Ward Mead board member and committee chair for this event. She's going to kind of give an update on the event and kind of talk briefly about it.
Hello, Commissioners. Thank you for having me. Again, my name's Nancy Hauk. It's nice to be here. Tulips at Twilight is going to be a luminary walk throughout Ward Mead Park. Old Prairie Town and the Ward Mead Botanical Gardens is going to be illuminated with candles. We're going to have electric light displays that we've created by hand. You'll see. And we also have 20-foot high tulips that were at the garden show. I don't know if any of you have been there to see that. They were actually a little shorter at the garden show, but they're going to be taller at the Ward Mead and during the event. Also, we have already raised not probably, but up to close to $10,000 in donations. And we've put in about over 2,000 hours of volunteer time to make this happen. Our costs have been pretty low, which has been really good. The whole reason for this event is a fundraiser, as you know, just to enhance and sort of add to some of the bells and whistles for Ward Mead Botanical Garden in Old Prairie Town. And we feel it's very important to have that, those kinds of things, keep adding to it and enhancing the garden that way. I don't know if there's anything else.
Do you guys have any questions?
Do you have any questions about it?
Preparations for this weekend, if we get any snow, are we going to make sure our tulips don't freeze?
Yeah. I don't know, John. We have horticulturalists that do that kind of stuff, right? That handle that. So, no, that's just, you know what? That we're going to be illuminating the gardens in many different ways. There's going to be light displays, but we're also going to be illuminating a lot of the tulip beds. If the tulips are there, that's great. But if they're not, it is life what it is.
Yeah.
I know they'll be there.
Yeah.
I have faith.
So I would like to personally invite you three to our preview night, which is April 6th, which is the our practice night. We're going to light all the candles and that. That'll be our practice night, but that's our preview night. So I'd personally like to invite you, and we'll be sending you a formal invitation to as well. The event, I should probably state, is April 7th and 8th, which is Friday and Saturday. Also, the following weekend, the 14th and 15th, all 4 nights are going to be from 6 to 10. The preview night is going to be from 7 to 9. It's just a shorter version, and that's just for special guests. Thank you so much.
Great, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much. Others for administrative communications this morning? Okay. Commissioner Bueller? Nothing?
Don't have anything, thank you.
Commissioner Cook?
I had an opportunity to help with Meals on Wheels this week, and just again, good service community organization, going out to our homebound and elderly to make sure that they're taken care of, and also enabled partly through the grants of Shawnee County,
That's right.
and that we do help provide financial assistance to Meals on Wheels. And so just to see a little bit about their operation and how they, I know Commissioner Bueller, you've helped serve before, and I'm sure Commissioner Archer, you have as well. And so just a really good service organization in our community.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item 6, executive session.
There's not a need, so we're officially adjourned. Thank you for coming.